My topic was gender reassignment surgery and the aftermath. While researching this topic, I found many interesting things, including in the history of gender reassignment. The very first documented surgery in the United States took place in 1952 when a man chose to have male to female sexual reassignment surgery. Um, it was not performed in the United States, however, it was performed in Denmark. I also discovered that in the United States, the Hopkins Hospital performed the very first gender reassignment surgery in the United States, and this was in 1965. Um, they did stop performing the surgeries in 1970, however. It was interesting to find out that in North America, there is a limited number of surgeons, which is interesting considering we always hear about this in the news now. Um, and then on average, there are 50 sex reassignment surgeries performed per week. Um, there are many complications that can come up with both male to female surgery and female to male surgery. Um, it is more difficult to create a functional penis. Therefore, female to male surgery is performed very rarely. There was actually a follow-up survey done on men who had sex or women who had sex reassignment surgery to become men, and it shows that of them, only 39% would have the surgery again, while 91% of male to female would have the surgery again. This was conducted in Singapore in 1993. In the United States today, you are hearing more and more about transgender rights in the news. One of the main topics is the debate on which bathroom they should be allowed to use. One of the fears is that if transgender people are allowed to use the bathroom for the sex that they identify as, that is going to give sexual predators a reason and chance to prey on their victims in the bathrooms. There has been very few cases of this happening, but it is still a fear for people. Another issue is very recent is that President Trump has declared that openly transgender people are not able to serve in the military. This is a change from the 2016 declaration by President Obama that allowed openly transgendered people to serve. That also will change it will also change regulations that were changed in 2016 to accommodate those who were transgendered. Biologically, there are only two genders, male and female. And there are significant differences in those genders. And that goes all the way down to the chromosomes themselves. In most cases, females will have an XX and males will have an XY. Because of this, there's going to be differences in not only the diseases that men and women get, but also the treatment options that are available to them. For example, men have prostates and they have the chance of developing prostate cancer. It is something that is very serious and they do need to be checked for. However, it is not found in women. So therefore, even if the person changes from a biological male to a transgendered woman, they still need to be aware and make sure that these receive these tests. The same is for women who have become men. While they do have all of their reproductive organs removed, they are still more at risk for strokes, heart disease, osteoarthritis, and depression, just because they are biologically women. One thing that I found very interesting was that in order to have sexual reassignment surgery, a person must first be diagnosed with gender dysphoria. Now, gender dysphoria is specifically a general descriptive term referring to an individual's discontent with the assigned gender. It's more specifically defined when used as a diagnosis. And this is from What is Gender Dysphoria? I found it very interesting that in order to have an irreversible surgery, a person will first need to be diagnosed with a mental disorder that can be curable. Mental disorders are treated and cured all of the time. And I believe that is something that biblically God has said that we are made in his image, and if we are made in his image, there would not be any mistakes made. That is just one thing among many that I think must be considered before a person decides to make a life-changing experience.